If you'll indulge me for a bit, let me just complain for a bit while I make my life a little bit shorter. If you know, you know. Y'all ever heard of Murphy's Law? If you haven't, it's basically that everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And in the case of my life, I would like to add constantly to that. So I was never really happy with the audio on these videos. There was this issue where it would like cut me out a lot. Some of it was fine as I could just like edit that part out, but sometimes that wasn't really an option. But there's just, for instance, the beginning and the end of a sentence would sometimes be cut out. Maybe mid-sentence if my decibels dropped a little bit too far. And I couldn't figure out why. I figured it has something to do with the noise gate. You know, edit, like, remove some background noise, basically. But like, how I could fix that was a mystery. I guess I have a tendency to start a bit low and build up and then drop back down towards the end of the sentence. Why that is, I don't know. Might be because I never really talked to anyone. Never really had anyone to talk to. So maybe I'm just like inexperienced at talking. I don't know. Now, of course, I'm no professional. I'm just a guy sitting in his living room with a Blue Yeti USB mic, having little to no experience or knowledge of what the hell I'm doing. Sure, I may have studied media and communications for about 5 months back in 2006, but I didn't really learn anything about this kind of stuff because the school messed up and all we did was write interviews. As our only teacher was no journalist, and that was just sort of all he knew. I know 5 months might sound a little bit weird. Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it as it became a police case, but I quit after a group of students basically put me in a hospital because they, quote, felt like it. And wouldn't have to worry about someone taking revenge as no one would give a shit. I basically gave myself an early Christmas gift that year. But because of this, I don't expect anything to be perfect. In fact, jank is just a part of who I am. One of the more charming parts about me, really. But I would still like things to be as good as I can manage. So I've been sitting here trying to figure that stuff out. I adjusted all sorts of stuff, but like it just kept happening. Now recently OBS was updated and I was reminded of the most frustrating thing about doing this: being reliant on other people not fucking up. Be it, you know, editing software updates, other people on this platform, you know, all sorts of situations, right? Suddenly, all sorts of weird stuff was happening. I would adjust some stuff, put it into an editing software because You know, as the media player on Windows 11, don't feel like playing both audio tracks for whatever reason. It's the only way I can actually hear both. And in my head, in my silly little head, a recording should be as long as I recorded it. Say I record exactly 5 minutes. A video that's exactly on the dot 5 minutes. You would think that everything about that video would be 5 minutes. You know, the video, desktop audio or game audio. And the mic audio track as well. They would all be 5 minutes. You press a button to start recording, and you press it again to stop, or use shortcuts. Well, after the update, I found out that that's not always the case. For instance, if I adjusted gain, it would affect the mic recording track. Let me give you an example. I recorded a 10-second test video. The visuals was 10 seconds. Desktop audio, 10 seconds. Mic recording could be 20. And of the 10 seconds that I recorded, the first 5 was missing. And then it would suddenly start with the next 5 seconds that I recorded, followed by 10 seconds of silence. So I've been sitting here for several hours every night for the past few days trying to fix things. Now I've gotten it back to a functioning state. Thanks to someone on YouTube called EPOSVOX or EPOSVOX. EPOSVOX, or, you know, like, I don't know how it's, whatever. But I still need to adjust some things because of this whole filter stuff. Like, it's like a voice-to-voice basis kind of gig. Like, his settings won't necessarily work for me, as our voices are different. I don't know, I need to hear this recording first. But at least now, the mic recording track is only like half a second shorter. Because it, believe it or not, it actually goes that way as well. Which I think was already a thing. But since it's that little, it's nothing that Adobe can't handle. You know, just a little bit snip here and a snip there, and you'll take care of that. Fix that right up. So, now that I recorded this, I will go for a walk. I'll then record something so that y'all don't have to sit there and watch a black screen. And then I'm gonna edit this, potentially upload it, and then go to bed. Because my god, I'm sick of this. Hopefully, I don't pick up on anything massive while editing. You know, when people ask me why I drink, well, I just touched on 2 of them. Past trauma and this kind of crap.